Hi, welcome back guys. This is your friend the Momo Fanfics, back with the amazing fanfiction. This is series a What If Deku Fight with Jiren tournament. In all his life Izuku Midoriya wanted to be a hero like his role model All Might, but then he learned he is quirkless and was told he could never be a hero. He was bullied because of that even by his former friend Katsuki Bakugo. Years later he met his hero All Might after he rescued him from a slime villain. He learned of his secret and he told him that he couldn't be a hero too, destroying his dreams, saying he should be realistic. Izuku was now in a crowd of people and saw the same slime villain has Bakugo trapped and he was worried. The heroes were too busy or couldn't fight against him, saying that they need someone with the right quirk. Then his legs moved, making him run towards the villain while they shout at him to stop. He then saves Bakugo by pulling the slime off him. Deku, Bakugo said. Izuku cries saying, I couldn't let him kill you. The villains tries to get them but the two teens vanished, surprising him. What? They were far from him and everyone saw who saved them. It was a big muscular man with a costume that was black and red with white gloves and boots. He turns around to see he was bald with white-gray skin and his eyes were pure black. Wait, who is this guy? Kamui Woods said. Is he a vigilante? Death Arms said. All Might in his skinny form was nearby and he couldn't believe the speed the guy just did. So another hero came. The villain goes towards the unknown hero who turns back at him. Stand back, he said to the two and he raises his arm up. Then he punches the air, making the villain get blown away. Everyone got shocked and All Might said, he didn't even hit him. After he was captured the heroes were talking to Izuku and Death Arms said, that was stupid what you did, running in and getting yourself and the other one killed. He then looks at Bakugo. Hey, that's a interesting quirk if you need a agency for you future. Bakugo got angry but then he got punched in the back of the head by the stranger, shocking them. You're an idiot. What was that? Bakugo got mad. You heard me. You were throwing tantrum and destroying everything around you in an attempt to get the villain yourself, the guy said. Hey, he was desperate. Kamui said. That's no excuse. He glares at the hero, scaring him. You act like he saved the day but he didn't. He points at Izuku. This young man over here went forward and saved him. That's the true meaning of justice, a hero. That surprises Izuku to hear those words. He then cries a bit of joy since this was the first time someone said that to him. But he doesn't have a quirk. Death Arms said. So, I don't have one too, he said, shocking everyone. What? But that's impossible, that punch you just did and your look. Mount, lady said. I'm what's called an alien, he said. An alien? They all said. Yes, I am Jiren, a member of the Pride Troopers. He crosses his arms. I came to this world to see these so-called heroes but all I saw was greed and cowards. I heard you all say you were going to wait until someone came with the right power. Such stupidity. He then walks away and Death Arms said, hey, you can't just leave. I'm above your rules. Jiren kept going and he looks at Bakugo. You're no hero. That made him mad. Later it was the afternoon and Jiren was all alone in the beach that was full of trash. He kicks a fridge up and blasts it with a key blast. Excuse me. He looks back to see Izuku again. You, Jiren said. I wanted to know, is the power that you used something anyone can do? Izuku asked. Yes, with the right training even you can use it, Jiren said. He then bows before him. Please take me as your student. That surprises Jiren a bit. All my life I wanted to hero but I was shut down and laughed at for being a quirkless, so please, let me help my world by being your student to get stronger. He then looks at him crying. Jiren stares at him, then he has flashback of a similar scene with him as a child and his old master. Very well, Jiren said. Really? Izuku said with a smile. Yes, but I will not be easy with you, as I will train you to be one of the strongest heroes. There is more threats out there than just here on this planet. Jiren said. I'll do it. Even if I'm broken to the last bone, I won't give up. Izuku said. Jiren smirks since he's a true hero on the inside. All Might was trying to find Izuku. Where is he? He wanted to pick him for the next heir of his quirk. Then he sees Izuku kneeling before Jiren. No. Jiren then takes Izuku with him and they vanish to talk more in a certain place. Izuku and Jiren arrived in a ship and Izuku looked around amazed. Where are we? Izuku asked. In a ship that belongs to the Pride Troopers. Jiren said. He walks forward and Izuku follows him. They then arrived in a control room and they saw many of the Pride Troopers there. Toppo saw Jiren and said, Jiren, how was the mission? I have scouted the planet and it seems these so-called heroes are not even worthy of being called such. Jiren said. What? Toppo said since they went to the world to see if they can get any new recruits. So what are they exactly? Greedy cowards. Jiren said. What? Dispo said and he saw Izuku behind him. Hey, who's the kid? I'm Izuku Midoriya. He got nervous and bows. He has the heart of a true hero. Jiren said. Oh, I see, you have chosen him as a new recruit. Toppo nodded. Then allow me to introduce myself, Izuku. I am Toppo. He then poses. I am the leader of the Pride Troopers. Izuku was amazed. Nice to meet you. So tell us, young Izuku, about your world. It seems that Jiren was angry about what he found. Toppo said. Izuku looks down and told them about his world. He told them how society is picked through the quirk and that what tells them who can be heroes and how a higher status gives them more money. They were all shocked and Toppo said. They are not true warriors of justice. How can they say you're not a hero when you have the spirit of one than any of them? Yeah, can you believe it? We can get cash but we try to help others more. Dispo said. Yes, I wanted to enter UA, the school of heroes, but many told me to just give up. Izuku said. Jiren looks at him and asked. How many time do you have before that happens? The entrance exam is in 10 months. Izuku said. Perfect, we will train you, young Izuku. Since you were chosen by Jiren, he could see something special. With that time it will be enough to show them that you don't need a quirk to become a hero. Toppo said. Instead you show them the true meaning of justice. Izuku was stunned and nodded. Good. Jiren will help you along with me. Toppo said. First we need to show you the power of ki. Ki. Wait, was it that blast of energy that Jiren used? Izuku said when he saw him destroy the fridge said. Yes, ki is the energy inside all living beings. We are capable of using it to fight. Jiren said. Yes, so to teach you with that I ask of Kokot. Toppo said. She then gets up from her seat and goes up to Izuku. Hello Izuku, I am Kokot. Izuku got a little nervous since despite being an alien she was pretty. Why yes. Don't need to be shy. She then puts her hands forward and makes small energy orb appear and he was amazed. This is how it's done. You should first try to harness the energy first before we go to the extreme training. Right, Izuku said, taking a mental note. They went to a training room that was like a gravity chamber. First a demonstration, Toppo said. Then many robots came and Dispo goes fast to the point Izuku thought he was gone. He vanished. No, he's moving at high speed. Don't try to look at him with your eyes, try to sense him. Jiren said. Izuku closes his eyes and tries what Jiren told him. He then saw brief flashes. I saw flashes. Good. That's a good start. Toppo nodded. Dispo then punches all the robots except one and he then does a lying kick. Justice kick. He then kicks the last robot away. That's how it's done. Dispo looks back and sees Izuku writing on a notebook. Hey, what are you doing? He then takes it, surprising Izuku. That's just. Izuku said. Hey, the kid's pretty smart. He got good idea of my fighting style and how I could use my ears to hear better. Dispo said. Hey, not bad, green boy. Tupper said. Yes, a great intellect will also work well with strength. Cosrel said. Izuku rubs the back of his head a little nervous with the praise he got. Now let's start the training. Toppo said. Izuku was sitting down on the floor with Kokot and he tries the same thing that she did. He relaxes and then he made a small yellow orb. I did it. He said, surprised. That's good. Now keep doing that until you can use the energy to make your body stronger. It's easier to do that before using it as energy beams. Kokot said. Right. Izuku said. Then the physical training was next with Izuku doing push-ups while he was wearing gym clothes with Jiren watching over him. Then he had combat training with him practicing the way that Jiren punches against a punching bag and he copies him. Izuku went home for the day to rest but he would meet them again after school. Next day Izuku was now watching a video of the Pride Troopers helping others with Dispo, Toppo and Cosrel fighting against a giant monster with sharp teeth and tentacles. He was amazed at the way they fought and how they protected the universe against all evil to protect peace and freedom. Izuku was then running around the area with Dispo running forward. Come on, you gotta be faster than that. Izuku then tries harder. Later Izuku was in his classroom writing while studying but he also had his notebook that has pictures of the Pride Troopers and he smiles at them. Bakugo looked at Izuku and scoffs. Justice. Toppo then jumps up to avoid a beam while Izuku was dodging some while being scared but they were set on stunts that made him less scared but they still hurt. Jiren watches Izuku doing more push-up and he smiles since he could tell he was a fighter. A month later Izuku was now fighting against Tupper and he blocks his punches and kicks. He then runs around the area with Dispo running forward and then Izuku falls down. Hey, wanna have a break? No. He then gets up. If I want to be a great hero like you guys, I need to keep going. Dispo got surprised but smiled so they continued. Days later Izuku was running around the beach and All Might saw him. He sees him training and wonders if that man could be the one that told him to do it. Izuku then was fighting against a robot and he dodges his claws. He has the heart of a true hero. Toppo said while the others saw him. Weeks later Izuku was now wearing weights while the machine was turned on in 2 times gravity making Izuku have a hard time to move around. Then Izuku was punching at Jiren who blocks his punches with a finger. Izuku ate healthy food to help him in his training surprising his mother. Izuku was now meditating and he saw that Jiren was floating up with a red aura surprising him. A month before the UA entrance exam, Izuku was now with the Pride Troopers in their ship. Toppo, Jiren, I was wondering what is there out in space. Well, if you must know, young Izuku, their highest being in the universe is the god of destruction. Toppo said. What? Izuku was shocked to hear that. God of destruction. Yes, His job is to destroy world. Toppo said. But why? Doesn't he know about the importance of life? Izuku said. I know how you feel, Izuku, but for new worlds to appear, the god of destruction must destroy old ones for the Supreme Kai to make new ones. It also how he protects us from the Omni King. Toppo said. The Omni King? Izuku said. He's the one that stands above all the universes. Jiren said. Yes, the Omni King wants the mortal level up, if not he would erase us all. Toppo said, shocking Izuku. But do not fear, Izuku, we will make sure that doesn't happen. Okay. Izuku said. Now let's continue your training. Jiren said. They kept training him until it was time. The day for the exam was one day away. Izuku was now at the beach seeing all the trash there, and he decided to help. He then runs forward and starts to crush every piece of it into small bits. He then puts them away in a dump, and Jiren looks at him from a distance. He's ready. Izuku was now in front gates of the building for the UA entrance exam. He smiles and said, I'll make you guys proud. He may not be able to do the big energy attacks they can do, but he can use his ki to make his punches and kicks stronger. Out of my way, Deku. He looks back to see Bakugo. Ka-chan. Izuku said. Don't stand in my way or I'll kill you. He said. Izuku moves away to avoid him and he walks by. Then he gets bumped by someone else, making him grab an arm. Are you okay? He then got surprised to see a girl with short brown hair. Oh, thanks. She smiles and he blushes a bit. You're welcome. Izuku said. I have to go. Maybe we'll see each other again. She then runs in and he nodded before running to the building too. He was now in a big room with many other students that want to try to enter UA. What's up, UA Academy? Thanks for tuning into me. The one on the stage was Present Mike. Your school DJ, come on, let me hear ya. He then got silence. Keeping it mellow, huh? That's fine, I'll skip it straight to the main show. Let's talk about all this practical exams gonna go down okay. Izuku was amazed seeing him and was then seeing all the exams, seeing that the objective to destroy certain robots that are worth more points than the others. Excuse me. One with glasses stood up and they saw him. It says here there are 4 villains. If this is a mistake, then it's not acceptable such a respected school to make it in you. He points at Izuku. You have been muttering to yourself. If you think this is all fun and games, you should leave. Izuku kept his cool since he trained with Jiren and said, Excuse me, I was just thinking the best plan for the exam. Yes, well, to answer you question, that one is the 0-pointer. He's not worth anything, so it's best to avoid it. Present Mike said. I see, excuse me. The guy with the glasses said. Everyone was then outside the gates preparing themselves in different gear. Izuku was wearing the gym clothes he had. He looks at his arm and sees it glowing a big before going away. I need be careful not to waste too much of my power. He then sees the girl from last time. It's her. He got nervous. Maybe I'll SYA hello. He walks towards her, but then the guy from last time appeared in front of him. She is concentrating on her exam. What are you trying to do, distracting her? He said. No, I was just wanted to say hello. Izuku said. Then it was time with everyone at the gates, with Present Mike saying, all right, it's time. Then the gate opened and Izuku went in, confusing the rest. What are you waiting for? There's no countdown in real life, follow his example. They then ran in too. Everyone was fighting against the robbers and Izuku then saw a 3-point robot in front of him. He jumps over its blast and punches it in the head with his fist going through it, then his hand sent a small shockwave that made it blow up. Izuku lands down and looks at his arm. That was something Khosrul showed me. Even though I couldn't use it as weapons, I can use a small shockwave. He then runs forward and another one appeared only to be hit by a team. Izuku then saw a blonde guy with a device on his stomach. Merci, we make a good team with you as my decoy. Still, that strength of yours might give you some luck. Then he runs off. He's confident, Izuku said. 6 minutes left. Announcement was heard. What? I only destroyed 10 of them. Izuku then runs forward and sees many of the others attacking them. Izuku jumps over one and kicks one's head off. Good, another one. Damn, he's strong, one of others said. They then heard the ground shake and they saw a giant robot. That must be the one we were told to avoid. Izuku then saw the others running away and he hears a scream. He saw the girls being stuck on a bot's body piece. I'm stuck. Izuku saw them all running away, not even looking back. Why aren't they helping her? Then he remembers something that Toppo said. The Pride Troopers' main mission is to always protect the light of freedom and be there for the people no matter what. Jiren then said, only a coward and fake would only care about their reputation when the lives of others are in stake all over the universe. Izuku got determined. I'll be like them, I'll be a Pride Trooper too and protect the universe. He then glows and jumps towards the giant bot. Then he arms glows with red energy and Izuku punches the robot in the face, making it explode. He was now in the air before he falls down. Crap, I don't know how to fly yet, I guess it's landing then. He then glows all over his body and lands on the ground making a crater. He then breathes hard. I'm still not used to it, but at least I can use it better. He then sees the girl was free and that made him smile. Time's up. It was over and Izuku kneels down. At least I have some points. Izuku said. Did you see that? One of the guys said. Why did he use that power before if he had it? Another said. Not like he needed it, he aimed for the head of he robots. The guy with the glasses saw what happened and said, did he? Later at home, Izuku was a little tired eating dinner with his mother. How did it go, Izuku? She asked. Oh well, it was okay. Izuku said, a little nervous. Then a letter came and he takes it to his room. He then opens it to reveal a hologram of All Might. I am here as a hologram, he said, surprising Izuku. I came to tell you that you have made it, with 33 villains points but also 80 rescue points, so welcome to UA. Izuku smiled and went to tell the others. He pulls out a small device and gets a call from the Pride Troopers. Izuku, how did it go? Toppo asked. I passed. Izuku said. Good job. They all said while Jiren just smiled. We will celebrate your achievement. We were able to see the test and we are proud that you saved that girl. Toppo said. Izuku was now at UA, but his motivation is now to live up to the name of a Pride Trooper and become a savior to the universe. Izuku was standing in front of UA. He was wearing the uniform with a big smile. I did it. I'm actually in UA. I couldn't have done it without them. Izuku said, talking about the Pride Troopers. I'll make them proud. He runs inside to find his classroom. He arrives at the place and was surprised at the sight of the door. There. Man, this thing is huge. Are there giants here? The most promising students in the country are waiting behind this door. He then thinks of Bakugo and Tenya. Maybe we're in different classes. Maybe everyone in here is nice. He opens the door and saw the two people he didn't want to see. Take your feet off of that desk, now. Tenya said. Huh. Bakugo smirks. Just my luck, Izuku said. He prefer the training he did with the Pride Troopers than deal with them. Let's start over. I'm Tenya Iida from the Some Private Academy. Tenya said. Some? Huh, so you must think you're better than me. I'm gonna have fun tearing you a new one. Bakugo said. You would threaten me? Your own classmate? Are you sure you're in the right place? Tenya said. They then saw him. Eiters him. Tenya said. Hi. Izuku was nervous. Good morning. My name is Tenya Iida. He marches at Izuku. Yeah, I know. He said, stopping Tenya. I'm Izuku Midoriya. It's super nice to meet you. Midoriya. You realized that there was something more to the practical exam, didn't you? Tenya said, making him confused. You must be very perceptive. And I completely misjudged you. I admit, as a student you're far superior to me. I find that hard to believe. Izuku said. Hey, I remember that green hair. Izuku looks back to see Ochako. It's so great that you passed. He got nervous and looks away. Yeah, if you're just here to make friends then you can pack up your stuff now. They saw a man in a sleeping bag. He then gets out and comes inside the classroom. Welcome to UA's hero course. It took 8 seconds before you all shut up. That's not going to work. Time is precious. Rational students would understand that. Hello, I'm Shota Aizawa, your teacher. That surprised everyone. He takes out a gym kit. Right, let's get to it. Put these on and head outside. Class 1A had assembled outside in their gym clothes and assembled around Aizawa. He explained that the class was going to be doing a series of physical tests to determine where we stand in physical prowess. Ochako complained that they weren't given an opening ceremony for their first day, to which Aizawa replied. We don't waste our time on pointless ceremonies like that. Here at UA, it's our mission to train you to be ready and able heroes in 3 years' time, so we're not going to slack. Aizawa then pulls out a softball and turns to Bakugo. Hey, what's your farthest throwing distance? He tossed him the ball. Bakugo catches the ball and replies. 67 meters. Aizawa points to circle on ground and says, go there and throw it using your quirk. As long as it stays in the ring, it's all right. Bakugo nods and proceeds to the circle and reeled his arm back, while thinking, just add a little heat. He then throws ball with added explosion. Die. They then saw he got 705.5.2 meters. Many thought it was going to be fun, but Aizawa brought them to reality. So Izuku did multiple tests. At the 50 meters test he got 2.04, long jump he passed over the path, the strength test he had to be careful but he got 500 on it. He had to avoid Bakugo who was nearby since he didn't want to hurt his pride. He saw Ochako get infinity in the ball test, making him surprised before it was his turn. Izuku holds the ball and prepares to throw it, but then Aizawa said, stop. Izuku looks at him and he said, I need to see your full strength. It looks like you're holding back on purpose so you wouldn't hurt someone else's pride. Well, Izuku got nervous. Wait, he's holding back. Bakugo got confused since what does he mean holding back to the quirkless nerd? Okay. Izuku then charges up all his strength and throws it, making it fly away. The students got shocked at how far it went before it became star. Holy shit. Aizawa then saw the distance and it read 2009 meters. This kid is something. What the hell was that? Bakugo thought in shock. If he had a quirk, he would have gotten it when we were kids. This is impossible. He's up to something. He got mad and charges at him. Hey, Deku, you bastard. Tell me how you did that, or you're dead. Deku got shocked. But then Cloth grabbed Bakugo, stopping him. It'd be wise to avoid making me use my quirk so much. It gives me serious dry eye. Whoever's next, step up. Aizawa shows his eyes glowing. Wait, your Eraserhead. Izuku got surprised. Izuku goes back and Bakugo just stands there. Until the exam, he was nothing. A little bug I could crush if I wanted to. Just an annoying bug. He then remembers Jiren. That bald bastard. Izuku waited for the results and he saw he ranked third in them, giving him a shock. And I was lying, no one's going home. Aizawa said, surprising them. Izuku got surprised, but he hopes he made his mentors proud. After that he was walking towards home. I think I made Kachan mad. Hey wait. He saw Ochako got up to him, surprising Izuku. Oh, hi. He got nervous. I just wanted to know if I could come with you. She said. Tenya comes forward and said. And I too wish to join. Oh sure. Izuku said. Thanks, and that was a seriously cool throw, Deku. Huh. The girl tilted her head at Izuku's reaction. Yeah. Didn't Bakugo call you that? I thought Izuku was just a nickname. She said. Actually my name is Izuku. Deku's what Kachan calls me to make fun of me. He said, making Tenya gasp. Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. She then perked up while clenched her fist. You know what? I like Deku. It could make a great hero name. Plus I think it sounds kinda cute. Well, I think I'll have to see. Izuku looks to the sides. He was happy to have made 2 new friends at least. Later at night, All Might was in his skinny form walking home. He saw Izuku at the course and it amazed him how strong he gotten. He walks by a beach and he heard. So what's the reason for you watching my student? He turns around and saw Jiren looking at him with his arms crossed. So you're All Might, he said, shocking him. Your look may fool others but I can sense your energy. All Might looks down and said. I'm like this because of an accident a long time ago. You say that Izuku couldn't be a hero without a quirk, but look how pathetic you are. Jiren said. I guess he told you. He said. Only the part where you broke his dreams. We the Pride Troopers have given him a new hope, so answer my question. Jiren said. All Might stares at him before he bows. Please allow me to pass down my quirk to young Midoriya. Jiren got surprised at what he heard.